Good morning. Welcome to Money Markets and Motivation with Mike. Today's show is brought to you for information and educational purposes only. It's your duty to do your own due diligence to do what's right for you. Our word of the day is nonage. Nonage is the word of the day, the period of immaturity or youth. So that is where we are there. We head over to the S&P 500 heat map. It looks like some of the big cap techs are bouncing back. And other than that, it is a tough go. Tesla is up and mostly red. So that is the story there. And then we go over to our crypto map. Mostly red here as well. So that is where we are there. I'm going to just, if you think the markets are going to do roll over like Jimmy Rogers says, both Jimmy Rogers, Warren Buffett, so funds have a huge amount of cash storage. So apparently they think the markets are going to go into a big crash. So we'll just have to wait and see. This is annuity. It goes up when the market goes up and does not go down when the market goes down. And it just keeps ascending up here, beats index investing by about 5% per year. And I would recommend at least a portion of your portfolio into this if you think you're getting close to retirement or you're concerned about a sell-off similar to 2008. We've had a number of years since that big sell-off, and they usually come every 9 years. So I guess in some ways we're past due. So that is what Jimmy Rogers and Warren Buffett are preparing for. So that is the story there. Let us go now over to our charts. I'm going to pause for a second. Our chart is not coming up. We are back today. This is stock yesterday moved up quite a bit. It is pulling back a little bit today, down 2.5%. But let's go over to our indexes. The NASDAQ is up 0.4%. The equal weight in the NASDAQ is down slightly, down 0.14%. S&P 500 is pretty close to flat for the day. The equal weight is pulling back 0.6%. The small capitalization, Russell 2000, is off 0.77%, and the Dow is off 0.4%. Take a look at the VIX. The VIX is down 1.56% this morning. 10-year Treasury is actually popping up 1.67% to 4.08% interest. And the 20-year is up as well, 1.32% to 3.37% interest. Our bonds pulling back a little bit. So the interest rate on the bonds is going up and price is falling down 0.65%. So that's at $897.50 for the bonds. And that is our story there. Moving on to the financials. Financials are pulling back slightly. The other financials ETF is pretty flat for the day. Energy tried to move higher and then sold off, down 0.29%. Communications are moving up. Take a look at Google. Holding steady. Meta up 0.34%. AT&T is flat. T-Mobile is pretty flat as well. So continuing on. Utilities. I got a nice bounce today, up 0.28%. Take a look at Talon. Holding steady. Vistra up 1.43% today. Real estate pulling back a little bit. Home builders, much like real estate, pulls back to the 10-day moving average off 1.68%. Biotech pulls back to the 10-day. Our other biotech does the same, off 1.56%. Software, that's where things looked good yesterday. It's pulling back, maybe trying to fill the gap there, off 0.68%. Technology, pretty flat for the day. Infrastructure pulls back. Consumer discretionary with that big move in Tesla. Wow, look at that. Pops right out of the pivot zone. Yesterday would have been your chance to buy this one. Sub 7.18% today. See what Amazon is doing. They're in the same ETF. It is pulling back, getting close to the 50-day moving average. Jets pulling back to the 10-day, off 0.61. Semiconductors, pretty flat, up 0.15%. Airlines pulling back to the 10-day. Industrials pulling back to the 10-day as well. Healthcare pulling back under the 200-day moving average. Consumer staples still fighting under that 200-day moving average. Metals and mining off 0.65%. Building materials pulling back to the 10-day, down about 1%. And finally, uranium getting close to the 10-day. It's off 1.76%. Take a look at CCJ, the big leader, down 2.18. And Denison Mines off 1.3, 1.2 now. So that is the story there. We're going to see where the big money is flowing today. Got a lot of quantum computing here. D-Wave quantum computing. Looks like we got a mini breakout here. Gets above the 50-day moving average. There we got our line there. Quantum computing. Looks very similar, gets above. I'm going to look at Spaghetti, see what it's doing. It's following the trend. Look at that move, up 14%. I didn't even realize they were number 3 on the list. INQ, also in quantum computing, up 17, almost 18%. Warner Brothers Discovery, up 16%, smashes through the profit zone. Micron, which we bought, I think it was on Monday, up 3.86%, hits the profit zone. Avidity Biosciences is up a little over 9%. Century Aluminum gets into the pivot zone, up 3.51%. It looks like it's hit a new high on the relative strength line here. It's beating 88% of the stocks on the market. Earnings up 134% this year, expected another 49% next year. Paramount Skydance went into power trend right about here on this big move. I guess the buy point could have been around 14, pulled back a little bit and is continuing higher. Tesla, it is not in a power trend. This 50-day needs to get above the 200-day. So I'm not sure, maybe on Monday it'll do that. We only got 12 items here, so we'll look at them all. Billy popped into the pivot zone and then pulls back. It's up 4% for the day. Chinese provider of high quality content, merciful entertainment experience online. It's not in a power trend. Looks like a flat base here. And the buy point would be at 25.84. Got some pretty good volume. 1 day of selling here, but the price didn't really move. So that is a positive. And finally, number 12 is Camtech. Look at that volume. Camtech's up 2.84%. Israeli automated optical inspection systems for the printed circuit board and semiconductor industries. So it looks like we got a double bottom here. This is the W. So 89.72 would be the buy point off of a double bottom. So I would continue to watch that. Relative strength line is heading up a little bit here. So we'll see if it can get continued buying. And that is everything in our chart analysis today. Now we are going to go over and look at our quote of the day. So our quote of the day comes from Walt Whitman, an author. Keep your face always toward the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. And so that is our quote of the day. Hope everybody has plenty of sunshine this weekend. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you again. If you can go out there and find somebody who needs some help or needs a little support or a little motivation, please step in and help them out if you can. In the meantime, have a great weekend.